Hello, welcome to my channel, Lux to O, and today I thought I would show you some scents that are on my November fragrance tray. And recently I came back from a trip from Nashville, Tennessee, and I went to a perfumery called La Gite Perfumery, and it was a wonderful experience, and I have a video that will be coming soon that would tell you about that lovely perfume shop. Now on my fragrance tray, I decided I would put the Purple Suede by Goldfield and Banks. The bottle is highly reflective, obviously. Hope there aren't too many fingerprints, but it's got the purple label. I love many of Goldfield and Banks' creations. This one is definitely fall-winter. It's unisex, but with a very strong masculine lean, in my opinion. I happen to really like this fragrance. I think the suede is done wonderful. It is called Purple Suede. The top notes are leather, which you strongly get, lavender, which I love, and pink pepper to add that little bit of spiciness and brightness. The middle notes are hyssop, leatherwood, coriander, and I don't honestly get a lot of coriander in this fragrance. I don't always like a lot of coriander, while I do like spicy fragrances. The base notes are agarwood, cashmere, civet, patchouli, amber, and oak moss. This one is rich, and it's a very refined type of leather fragrance in my opinion. It is spicy, woody, and a little animalic. Very long lasting and very strong projection. It is a room filler. You don't need very many sprays of this one to make an announcement that you are there. Well blended. It is a smooth suede rather than a rough leather that we might think of in a fragrance. I wanted to put this on my tray. I don't think it's one that's going to be one that I reach for very often. It is well blended. If you do like a leather fragrance, then this is one you can definitely try. It is straight down the middle, unisex, but it is a slightly masculine lean. Beautiful fragrance though, and I've come to expect good things from Goldfield and Banks, from several of their fragrances. And I think Purple Suede is such an accurate representation of what's in the bottle. It comes out strong. You definitely get that lavender, and it's definitely the leather that you can smell in here that's pretty strong. And it could be a spicy note of coriander that I also get. I happen to really enjoy this fragrance. I just don't know that it will be an easy reach, but it's definitely something to try before you buy, and it's also something that you may want to gift to your father, your brother, or your husband or boyfriend. Beautiful, beautiful scent, and while you may not like it, you may like it on a man. Beautiful fragrance. The next one is going to be a new one to my collection, fairly new. This one is by Dries van Noten. This one is called Soie Malaquais, I think. And this is an oriental fragrance. I think the bottle is just a work of art. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is ceramic at the bottom. This is oriental, unisex with a very strong feminine lean, fall, winter, and I also think that this would make an absolutely wonderful fragrance for someone getting married in the fall or winter. It's just that perfect fragrance while still, in my opinion, being very feminine. It's also one that I ordered a sample of, and I wasn't sure if I liked it, but then I ordered their sample set and tried it again, and I decided I really did enjoy the dry down more than the opening. The top notes are black currant, which I do love, and bergamot, so it is fresh in the opening. The middle notes are silk. Not sure what silk smells like. I'm guessing that's just the added smoothness in here, along with rose, and I don't think the rose is very strong. It's there, but it's absolutely very well done. The base notes are chestnuts and cacao. This reminds me of chestnuts roasting on an open fire. This reminds me of chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And you probably have some hot chocolate. Not too sweet. This is gorgeous, and I would say it's a masterpiece fragrance. The bottle is beautiful, beautiful if you want to display it. I just love bottles when they just are very attractive, and I just like to see them, even if I've got them tucked away in my closet. I just love to see gorgeous bottles, and this is certainly one. Beautiful ceramic, thick glass, nice top, heavy duty. It's not magnetic, but it's a very snug fitting top. This one gives me a 4 to 5 hour with a moderate sillage. Probably arm's length. It's pretty strong right now, and it will stay that way for a while, but after a few hours it will become more of an arm's length fragrance, and if somebody comes in to hug you, they'll probably say you smell absolutely beautiful. It has a warmth and luxurious appeal from the opening all the way to the base. And this is classy in my opinion, attractive with a bit of nuttiness. So the way I would describe this fragrance, Dries van Noten, Soie Malaquais, is it's soft and velvety, sleek and luxurious, delicate but present, and finally a try before you buy. They have a very nice way to sample their discovery set, which will have many in their collection. So I would probably suggest doing that. And if you try this one time and determine you don't like it, I would certainly give it another try because it is worth it. It truly is. It's a very large bottle, 100 ml, and I can't stop sniffing it. I just love this fragrance. Beautiful. Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten. You can also sign up on their website, and I believe you get a discount with your first purchase. Also, if you buy the Discovery set, which I believe is $39, you can apply this to the 100 ml full-size purchase, which is not such a bad thing because you're not going to get very much of a discount that I've noticed on fragrances by Dries van Noten. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right place, but it is a gorgeous scent. The next scent, I actually don't have the bottle with me, but I will pop up a picture. This is a gorgeous fragrance that no matter who I let smell this fragrance, absolutely love it. And it's appropriately by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and the name is absolutely perfect for this scent. It's called Classique. And I've had the EDT and the EDP. I do like the EDP, but I think the EDT performs just as well. This is an oriental floral fragrance. It is for women and is fall winter scent. It's kind of heavy. The top notes are orange blossom, star anise, and rose. Mandarin, orange, pear, and bergamot. That's a lot in the top, but it's so well done, I feel like. Some people might find this a bit screechy. I do not. Middle notes are ylang ylang, ginger, orchid, iris, tuberose, and plum. Some of my favorite notes there. Base notes, vanilla, amber, musk, cinnamon, and sandalwood. This one is very creamy sweet and not shy at all. It is a very radiant scent. People are going to notice you when you're in the room. It's almost got a fresh appeal to me, and it does have a little bit of a powdery appeal as well. Not a powder bomb, but it's just a tiny bit powdery. It was created in 1993, and this is a gorgeous fragrance. You can look it up and see that in the past they've made very different kind of bottles under the Classique name, and it may be, a red dress, or it may be something different, but the scent inside is just lovely. They also have another bonus about this fragrance, the Jean-Paul Gaultier Classique, the EDT. You can find nice gift sets available for this and for this scent, and it is less than $65, which to me makes it a no-brainer in the way of gift giving, especially given the way a fragrance lover may want a new scent. Perhaps they've never tried this one, but I think this is almost blind buy worthy. I would never say blind buy, but it is that sweet fragrance. It is very sweet, and I think you do have to like that. But I also think it is very smooth. There is a part that can be a tad bit screechy, but let it calm down, and it's beautiful as many in the Jean-Paul Gaultier line, I feel like. The next fragrance is relatively new to me, and I have been so impressed with so many of their fragrances from this house. This is by the Harmonist, and this one is called Velvet Fire. This is a fall-winter scent, unisex with a strong masculine lean. I, however, have no problem wearing it at all. I'm not someone who always wants to wear something that's strongly masculine, so I would say, while I say masculine leaning, you could consider it very unisex down the middle. The top notes are clary sage, which I absolutely love. I love that in Perfumes de Marly Sedberry, which I've talked about before. Love clary sage in a fragrance. It's very aromatic. The other top notes are cypress. I adore that as well. And myrtle. The middle notes are tobacco, saffron, neroli, which is a bit of smokiness, but not unpleasant, a bit of spiciness with the saffron, and neroli gives it just a hint of brightness. The base notes are oud, but I don't get where it's a very unpleasant oud. I have started liking oud, but it's not something that I would think is off-putting to someone who's new to oud. It also has lovely tonka bean and labdanum. It's very aromatic, as you would probably guess. It's an Oriental fougere that seems a bit carnal to me, and it's long-lasting and very nice sillage. This is such an attractive, addictive, dark, velvety fragrance, and I think the name Velvet Fire is so appropriate for the scent. Velvet Fire. It is masculine, now that I smell it straight out of the bottle again. Given the fact that I am loving woody scents at the moment and routinely enjoy them in the fall and winter, this one is fabulous for me, but I could definitely see where people would say it was smoky. The tobacco is in there, but I don't find it unpleasant, but that's just to my nose, because I do have a tendency to like these spicy, woody fragrances that typically I think you would consider a male fragrance. However, I do think unisex again. The cypress is very fresh. To me, cypress has that embracing freshness as when you're breathing in deep during the winter and it's cold outside. I love that, and I want this even if I don't wear it often. I find it cozy, warm, and really very homey to me. Reminds me of growing up. This is not an easy reach, and I don't think it's a safe blind buy. The fact is, I love this scent, and I told my husband that the other day, and he also thought it was very, very nice. He also got the tobacco in it. And some people may think the tobacco is kind of strong. And if you don't like a tobacco note, then I would say this one is probably not for you. But I think the Hypnotist Velvet Fire is absolutely beautiful. The next one I have is a favorite of mine. I've had this one for a couple of years, and this is almost empty. So I'll have to get a new bottle. I may have a little left. This is Initio's Psychedelic Love. This is my second bottle, and if I had to guess, I would say the level is about here. Top notes are ylang ylang and bergamot. Middle notes, heliotrope, hedion, and Bulgarian rose, but it's not a mainly rose-centered fragrance, and it doesn't smell like an old rose. The base notes are myrrh, which I love, and sandalwood, which has that creamy smoothness. This is Psychedelic Love, and as I always show you, I absolutely love the top of the bottle, so that if you have it on a tray, you can easily see the name of the fragrance that you are grabbing for. This one is also long-lasting, as most of Initio's. Oh, it's beautiful. To me, I smell a licorice note. It doesn't list a licorice note, but I do kind of get that, and it's spicy, and it's just absolutely fantastic, everlasting, with a very mighty projection. This perfume does better in all areas when it has time to sit and macerate for a while. When I first got my very first bottle, I sprayed it and was disappointed I made that purchase because it was a blind buy, which I do not recommend. And I let it sit for a while, and I realized, well, since I'm going to be keeping it, I'm stuck with it. I'll go ahead. I don't want to sell it because I've heard so many good things about it. And there is slight vanilla in here as well, even though that's not listed. This is not a dainty damsel type of perfume. This is an effortless, elegant perfume. It's powdery and powerful, and this is absolutely addictive to me. So I would highly recommend Psychedelic Love by Initio, and it would make a wonderful gift. They also are offering hair perfumes, which would be a nice way if somebody did not need a stronger scent like the initial fragrances. They may want to try a hair perfume, and that may give them exactly what they're looking for. But do not underestimate this one at all or overlook it. Sometimes we hear about the more popular Absolute Aphrodisiac, Atomic Rose, Musk Therapy, but do not underestimate this one. It is absolutely beautiful. The next fragrance is always a favorite. I love all versions of this fragrance, and you may know the one I'm talking about. This one is beautiful, and it is by Givenchy, and I know there's a lot of reviews on it, and it is L'Interdit Rouge. It's a floral, spicy, woody scent that is very feminine. Fall, winter, early spring. Top notes are ginger and blood orange, and you certainly get that. Middle notes, tuberose, jasmine, and pimento leaf. That adds that spiciness. Base notes, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. This has a very strong projection and is great for lasting. There is a creamy tuberose that runs through this one and also through their other fragrances, such as the L'Interdit Original, which is a true classic, easy reach, any occasion, but we're talking about the Rouge. This is a spicy scent, and you can tell that with the pimento leaf and also the patchouli, the vetiver, the ginger. Beautiful fragrance. I also love the Intense and the Original, and they also have one called Ultime, which I'll talk about in a future video. This one is sultry, deep, kind of sweet, but it is not a young fragrance. I think you could certainly use this one if you're in your 30s, late 20s and up. That's the way I feel. But if you love the scent, then use it. And the Original, I think, is good for almost all ages, certainly 20s and up. Beautiful fragrance, but you can wear what you want whenever you want. That's just my opinion. It is a strong projection. And like I said, it is sultry, deep, sexy, long-lasting. It gives you probably everything you want. If you wanted to make a signature scent yours, this could certainly be one for fall and winter. And this one is, two words I would use, bewitching and beguiling. The next fragrance is Poison Girl. The bottle I'm going to show you is actually Poison Girl Unexpected. Don't let that throw you. I'm not sure this is in production anymore, but I am still able to find it from several sources. So this is absolutely a gorgeous scent, but what I am going to describe to you is Poison Girl. Now, this is Poison Girl Unexpected, like I said, but it's a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. The Unexpected is as well. Poison Girl is an Oriental vanilla. It comes in the same type of bottle, and it is feminine fall winter. It has bitter orange in it, Poison Girl, and this one as well. Bitter orange, and the bitter orange Absolute is extracted from the bitter orange blossoms, which are distinguished by their powerful bitter scent. Then it has the Grasse Rose. The Grasse Rose is grown in Grasse, France. It's a delicate and powerful rose. The Centrifolia Rose, or 100-petal rose, is delicate, but it does yield a beautiful Absolute. that is put into the perfume. And you have to have a lot of it to make that extraction. So that's a reason that sometimes perfumes are so expensive, is the cost for growing, for people picking it, and then the extraction process, which may yield very little oil or absolute to put into a fragrance. Venezuelan tonka bean. This bean is picked from the tree and then it's dried. It is then ground into a powder, and that powder is then used to make a concrete or an absolute. It is intense. It leaves a very soft white aroma, and it unfolds in the heart of Poison Girl. It has an addictive, alluring scent, and yet it's very modern. Even with the rose, it's not that old rose. It's a very modern scent for a modern type of girl. And this makes a very nice gift. If you choose to order it directly from Dior, the packaging is such a wonderful presentation. Sometimes I order directly from Dior. I have joined their club where you get points when you watch videos or answer questions, and then with your purchases as well. It is a little more expensive to order that way, but sometimes just the packaging alone is certainly worth it. But you can find these at discounters as well. And this does make that nice gift if you are going to give it to someone. I think a Dior box with the tissue paper and the presentation and the fact you can choose samples is an absolute wonderful way to go for an elegant, expressive gift for someone special. Great for the Christmas season or even for a birthday or special event. If you order from a different site, it's like I said, you can get more affordable pricing. It just may not give you the presentation that you would have with Dior. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel and tell me what you're wearing. And if you have used any of these, or if you have any of these fragrances I talked about today, let me know what your thoughts are on it. And also tell me what your scent of the day is. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video, my fragrance friends. Thank you and goodbye.